Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. It's your girl Mrs. and I'm back with another video. So today I'm going to be refilming this video. As you can see by the title, I am going to be testing out the Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish powder in the latest newest shade to the collection, which is in the shade Deep. Now, I actually filmed this last night. I was all feeling my beat. I was feeling myself. I actually used the September Rose Brew palette again in that video, and I created a really nice look with this palette, black on brand, so you know. So then when I uploaded my footage on my laptop to start editing that video, I realized that pretty much the majority of the footage was blurry. So my lens were basically smeared with something, and the only part of that video that actually showed good quality was pretty much the end, which literally defeats the purpose. So I have to film this again. Apologize if I do look more tired than usual. I am filming this very early in the mornings before I go to work. But you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. If you're new to my channel and you do love makeup content, please subscribe if you want to. But I would love if you subscribe and join the Sydz crew. Put your post notifications onto all so you never miss out on uploads. And follow me on the Insta, because I'm active on the Insta when I'm not on the YT. But without further ado, let's get right into the video. So originally this was meant to be a first impression, so you guys could see my first impression looking at the powder, looking at the shade. But I can't react my first impression, so I'm just gonna get some few details because you guys know how I do. So Tilbury has now have 4 shades in total for the Airbrush Flawless Finish, which retails for £35 for 8 grams worth of product. It is a microfine finishing powder, Airbrush Flawless Finish, and it pretty much disguises your imperfections without suffocating the skin. It's ultra lightweight and breathable, soft with velvety texture formula, and helps to brighten up your face. Pretty much in 4 shades now. So the shades is fair, medium, tan, or deep. I'm a huge fan with the Tilbury Airbrush Finish powder. I have featured it in both of my favorite videos, and I absolutely love this product. So originally the shade that I have been using is in the shade, well, it's still old version, is classed as number 3 dark. This is what the powder looks like. So I have hit pan, because girl, this was actually gifted to me by my friend, but the other shade I purchased out on my own money, and this is not sponsored, but here you go. This is in the shade Dark 3. I know there's a lot of skeptical and opinions about the shade, how it works for dark skins and deep skins. I personally really, excuse me, can we don't do this to me now. Powder really gives me the illusion of the matte skin finish. So it's got color, but it's not pigmented, so it pretty much melts into your skin. And in the matte skin finish, I use the shade Dark Deepest, and as you can clearly see, it's way lighter than my skin tone. And when you do swatch it, like, you can see color, you can see a tint, but when you blend it out, it actually just melts into your skin. So the Tilbury one pretty much operates the same. So yeah, but anyway, I'm gonna show you the latest shade, the new baby in my collection, and this is in the shade 4 Deep, and this is what Deep looks like, okay? That's what Deep looks like. So when I first originally opened this and looked at the shade, I honestly had to look in different lighting, thinking, am I going crazy? Because it looks very similar to number 3. It's just more of a warmer undertone. So I was actually really surprised, like, how Deep is looking. Don't watch how battered this is, yeah? But holding it up close, you can see that it's not really far off as number 3. Not really, like, it's just more of like the undertone to me. However, on the Tilbury website and social media, a dark, beautiful chocolate melanin woman, darker than me, used Deep 4, and it just looks absolutely flawless on her. So yeah, I was just really surprised how Deep is actually quite light for Deep. But we move. I actually want to do a shout out to one of my people them. I don't really like saying subscribers, I call y'all my people them. And she was the one that literally dropped a comment on one of my videos, and she was just like, sis, are you going to test out the Tilbury's latest shade in the Airbrush powder? And I was like, has it come out now? So when she told me, I literally jumped on that quicker than lightning. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you guys how I use this powder, because I personally like to use this powder under my eye areas and also around my eyes if I'm not using, you know, eyeshadows. Got my foundation on, which I have used the Beauty foundation. The, say what? In the shade Brown Sugar TFN. So now I'm just going to add some concealer. So I'm going to go in with my concealer, and I'm going to use the Beauty concealer in the shade Brown Sugar T2, and this is the Stay Woke concealer. I'm going to use some of that and then blend it out with my damp Miracle Sponge from Real Techniques. Honestly, I'm actually regretting wearing this amount of makeup to go to work, because I've been literally going to work with a bare face. I always wear the minimal makeup when I go to work anyway. But for me to have like this full on face now in this kind of like weather, I'm going to struggle, I'm not gonna lie. Like look at the under eye. Listen, talk to me. Talk to me. So that is pretty much my face, how it looks like with the concealer blended out. So now I'm going to use a setting powder or translucent powder. I think this is a setting powder actually. So I'm going to use that to set my concealer. And I haven't used this for a while, so I'm going to use my Huda Beauty baking powder in the shade Kunafa. Is it Kunafa? Yeah. In the shade Kunafa. It's just like a really nice yellow tone powder. Ugh. I just like pressing my powder into my skin with my damp sponge because I do not like to bake. Honestly, I have tried baking so many times with so many different powders, and I just don't like the results after baking. I just feel like it makes my skin look very dry and cakey. I salute to those women and men who choose to bake, because me, no my love, me can't do baking around here, y'all. It don't look good on my skin. I'm not gonna do no eyeshadow today, I ain't got no time. So I'm just gonna put that over my eyelids as well. So this is what my face looks like with the setting powder on my skin, under my eye. I've got something on my lash. Okay, so with you guys a little bit closer, I'm gonna go in with the shade number 3 on this side of my face and number 4 on this side of my face. Now I tend to use a nice little fluffy blending brush, maybe not blending brush, more of a tapered brush. I think nice and flexible. Depending on the amount of coverage that I want, I probably will go with a brush a little bit dense. But today I'm just gonna do my usual light work. So this is how I use the powder. So I'm gonna actually swatch the 2 shades for you as well. I forgot to do that. Losing my game, girl. So this is number 3. So this is the shade number 3. So it's like a beigey tone. Like that's how I can explain it. It's like a creamy beigey tone. And then this is shade number 4. So number 3, number 4. So this is a little bit more of a warmer undertone. Still gives you that sort of beigey illusion as well, but just a bit more warmer. So I literally just rub my brush like this, and it does pick up a lot of product, so you just need to tap. Double tap, sorry. It's too early, it's too early, it's just too early. So now with my face looking forward, with just a little bit of the application from the Charlotte Tilbury, you can definitely see the difference, how this side of my face is more brightening and more smooth. With this side of my face, you can still see like my deep set under eyes, which I personally feel like I can never get rid of anyway. And there's still obviously a little bit of more of a sheen from the concealer. And yeah, this just literally just removes the texture of my skin, and this blurs my imperfection, girls. So that is the shade number 3. And now I'm gonna go in the shade Deep 4 on this side. So maybe it's a blessing in disguise for me to refilm this video, because now I'm using natural daylight, because yesterday I wasn't able to use natural daylight because it was nighttime. So yeah, so maybe it's a blessing in disguise. But this is number 4. So number 4 and number 3. Now I personally feel like number 4 does still create that brightening illusion, but it probably doesn't look as brightening because I'm comparing it side by side with number 3. And the tone is just a bit more warmer. So I do like the shade of this. I think it literally just melts into my skin, probably more seamlessly in comparison to this one, because obviously the shade's a little bit lighter, sis, but it does melt into the skin. And again, no matter how much product that I apply, it pretty much just looks, oh my god, I know, like, it just looks flawless, girl. Like, no, come on. You have to admit though, it does look flawless though. Right, so I'm going to now bronze my face, because I feel adding bronzer and bringing back your warmth around the perimeter of your face will also create that more of a highlighted illusion in the center. So I'm just going to keep it in the Charlotte Tilbury family and use her bronzer in the shade, once again, 4D, which looks like this. Lovely bronzer, is absolutely massive. And yeah, I'm just going to use this to bronze my face. Oh. Give it to me all day, every day. Bronzing in 2020 is probably one of the most happiest moments I've experienced in this dirty stinking year. It's actually being able to find bronzers, and more than one, to suit the dark skin tones, girl. Like, you lot see this? Talk to me. Talk to me. You know what? Listen, I just need a moment. All bronzed up to the gourds. I can definitely still see that my face, oh sorry, it's changing the color saturation on the camera. Sorry. I am feeling how the powder just looks on my skin. Like, it just looks absolutely amazing. What I like to do is sometimes go in with the same powders and, you know, just underneath there. So I'm gonna use, again, number 4 Deep. See that cut? Listen, do you see that cut though? Hey. And then this side, I'm just gonna use number 3. And I still blind you lot with the mirror. I'm so sorry. Sometimes I actually do like using my sponge, and this literally just dabbing it all over. Just because where the sponge is still slightly damp, it just takes away the powder residue. And I don't know, I just feel like it makes me feel more complete to do this. I don't know. So that is how pretty much the face looks. So I'm just gonna do the rest of my makeup off camera. Quickly hurry up and do what I need to do. Girl, I mean, it's to go to work. You lot don't understand how tired I am, you see? But yeah, let me just finish doing the rest of my face. And I'll be back with you guys very shortly. Okay, so I'm back with my quick little simple beat. I didn't add any additional products besides some blush, and the blush that I use is the Sasha Cosmetics Amber Glow blush, which looks like so very pretty. For the lips, you know what? I couldn't even find my brown lip liner, so I actually used the Conceal and Define concealer to outline my lip, and I used the shade C18. And then I went in with one of my favorite glosses from Revolution, and this is the Share gloss in the shade Muse, I believe. Yeah, Muse, which looks like that. I ain't putting no lashes on, and I don't even want to wear a wig because my wig is probably sliding, so please excuse the lace, girl. Now obviously there's no brainer to say that I actually do love the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush powders. I think it's just one of her best sellers. It's such an amazing, beautiful powder, especially if you've got normal to dry skin. It doesn't make your skin feel dry, it doesn't clean onto any dry patches. Well, I know everyone's skin type is different, but for me, whenever I get dry patches, which is not as often, it doesn't cling onto the dry patches. Love the formula. I think the texture is beautiful. It literally makes your skin look flawless and airbrush, especially where under the under eye. And if you're like me who have creasing problems, it really helps to prevent your concealer from creasing. I always say, whenever I don't use this powder to complete my full glam, I notice a huge difference. And I just feel that it just elevates my makeup to a higher standard, and it just makes my skin looks good. Now in terms of the shade range wise, I know the shades are very skeptical and look a bit weird, but honestly, because it's not pigmented, it pretty much melts into the skin, and that's why I feel like shades or formulas like this are quite universal. But if you're gonna ask me personally, if you don't have these powders in general, which one to buy, it's really down to your preference. Like, I don't really like advising people to buy, you know, products because it is a personal thing. But if you are my skin tone and especially darker, deep will still work. It will still create that brightening effect. It will actually make your skin just look flawless and seamless. So I think deep will work if you're my skin tone, and especially if you're darker. But if you like more of a popping, you know, lighter effect, and you're my skin tone, then yes, number 3 should still work for you. But then again, some people might want to use this to set their overface makeup. I haven't used the shade to set like my overface makeup, so I don't know how that really works. I only personally like to use it under my eye area, so you know. But yeah guys, that is pretty much my tea, how I feel about these powders. So you guys let me know what you think and which shade do you prefer out of the 2 that I've shown you today. I hope this video is very useful. Make sure you do check out the description box. Thumbs up the video, I would really appreciate that, and I would love to see you guys in my next one. Bye.